Hello, I'm CerberusDarkone, and it's been 1 week since the release of the Switch 2 and...
Mario Kart World!
Yes, Mario Kart World, the game some have been waiting over 10 years for. Wow, I've just realised that's me. I skipped Deluxe. But first things first, look at this perfectly empty home screen. I love it. I'm so glad I didn't do the full system transfer the setup wants you to do. It's a bit confusing and not worded the best. But I'm quite happy to boot up my Switch for Switch 1 games and keep this for Switch 2. Or at least Switch 2 and those games that need a bit of a boost. Which is why I've got the Switch 2 edition of Tears of the Kingdom. Can you believe I pre-ordered that game? I was so excited. I played the tutorial island and nothing else. My save file is from the 13th. When was it released? Was it the 13th? Or the 12th? I've got to get back into this game. And that's the plan. Mario Kart World, followed by Donkey Kong Bonanza, then Tears of the Kingdom. I'm not getting anything else for the rest of the year, unless they release a new Splatoon. The new eShop is amazing in comparison to the old one. It actually loads. You know I do my monthly What's on eShop videos, and this will make it 10 times easier. However, when you hover over a game, it plays a video with sound, which is kind of good, until you scroll down and end up hearing the same switch clap 200 times. The Gamecube games also look awesome, just like we remember them being, even if they were never really this crisp and clean. They basically look like brand new games. Some have true widescreen, while others have a fake stretched widescreen. My only problem is that we've got another app again. Can't these things be combined together in the Switch Online menu app? I'm sick of seeing the one game I'm currently playing, and then a sea of red. But let's talk about the real focus, Mario Kart World. There are pros and cons to this. Maybe I'll focus more on the cons. In single and local multiplayer you start with 7 Grand Prix. You know, the usual 4-track cups. However, they aren't the usual race 3 laps around each track. They're more race 1 track in full, then spend 2 laps of the next race going to the next track 3 times. Which seems fine until you realise it's every cup. You don't really need to learn that many tracks, because you only ever do 1 lap of them. What I thought before the game released was that we would race between courses, and that would make up your starting position for when you actually race the next track for real. Online races are much the same. You pick a track, and then you drive the connecting course between where you are and where you're going, which are usually straight lines. Although you can select random, which may give you an unconnected course, which will be the full 3 laps, or however many there are. But each of the 7 cups unlocks a new character, and when you complete all of them, you of course unlock the special cup, which contains the most amazing Rainbow Road. It's like they've taken all previous Rainbow Roads and said, how can we better them? Rainbow Roads are a bit hit or miss. You either love them or you hate them. With this, you start in Peach's Stadium, fly up to the clouds, fly into space, go to a space station, and just when you think it's over, you fly back down to the clouds, and then it keeps going. It is a long track, but this has to be one of the best ones, and it's the perfect end to the game. But wait, it's not over yet. You've got time trials. The staff ghosts are no joke in this. A very lackluster battle mode, which only has 2 options, balloon battle or coin runners. All the arenas are inside other tracks. And even though there's 24 players, the areas are so big you struggle to find anyone. This mode all round is a bit of a miss. But the true shining star of the game, without a doubt, is... no, not free roam. It's Knockout Tour. Just as I predicted, it's the most fun and the most competitive. Grand Prix take 20 minutes and have 4 separate races, even though they're connected, while Knockout Rally is a straight 10-minute non-stop race across the entire map, with 4 players getting kicked in each segment. I haven't played this one online yet, but I hear that the only tours you can do are the 8 pre-formatted tours from offline. No new or random journeys to different places, which seems a shame. Which brings us back to free roam, the big selling point and basically an open world in a kart. Some say it's dull or sparse of anything to do, and yeah, if you head into free roam to find something or to expect something to happen, you are going to be disappointed. It's less like Breath of the Wild, where the game is constantly throwing stuff at you, and more like a calm, casual place to visit and discover at your own pace. But I'm enjoying it, and I'm currently doing a long free roam stream each Sunday, where I take on a new region each week hunting for secrets. It's actually a great place to learn the controls, with all the P-switch missions and collectibles. Gliding, grinding, trick stunts. Everything you need to do some incredibly cool shortcuts only to end up in the exact same position, or worse off. The rubber banding is seriously strong. But that's part of the fun. I don't review games, but I'd give it a strong 7. It's a fun, big Mario Kart game, great soundtrack, free roam and connecting courses are a plus, but there are things that can be improved. Like bringing back a traditional Grand Prix, more battle options, a list of actual free roam secrets so you know what you found and what you haven't found, and how about some costumes for the sub-characters? Only the 24 main characters have costumes, and suspiciously both Donkey Kong and Pauline only have 2. That's gotta change when Bonanza releases, right? You know, we thought the character select screen would be horrendous, with all the characters and the costumes mixed together. It's actually not that bad. You have the main characters and the sub-characters, followed by the costumes. When you switch into sorted, all the characters' costumes are grouped together. Although it is weird to have to unlock sub-characters through the Kamek item, meaning you need someone behind you to use this rare item and transform you into a character you don't have yet, in order to unlock them. It's a strong 7. If you're a Mario Kart fan, you'll definitely want to play this. If not, it's worth trying at some point. Is it worth buying a Switch 2 for? It's a strong 7. The Switch 2 Pro controller, however, the sticks are amazing, almost completely silent. It's got GL and GR buttons, grip left and grip right, which can be programmed per game to do a different function. No in-game stuff or button combos, just basic copies of other buttons. And I can't stop pressing them. Just picking the controller up, I'm pressing these buttons. So I don't know what's going to happen if I actually want to use them. But here's the con. The Switch 2 Pro is smaller, slightly, than the Switch 1 Pro. You wouldn't necessarily notice, unless you were holding the same button down for long periods of time. Like in Mario Kart, my thumb is in a different angle than it used to be. If I could get a Pro 1 with the sticks of a Pro 2, that would be the ultimate controller. Strong 7.
Okay.
Before I end the video, I do need to address what is probably the biggest controversy around the Switch 2 launch and possibly gaming in general. Why is Donkey Kong's pipe frame kart not yellow? Brown? Brown? It's been banana yellow since the very beginning. Brown? Everybody else has their colours. It's supposed to be yellow. What do you think, DK? You're angry? Shocked? Dismayed? 7? I'd give it more of a 3. 2.5.